Hello and welcome to Wyverns and Weirdos, a D&D podcast set in the world of Fierlor. Do we have any plugs this week, guys?
I really quickly just want to give a quick shout out to all of our fans. Everyone who's been, sending us messages on our various social media platforms or sending through fan art. It's amazing every week just watching it all come in. I know I speak on behalf of everyone, but I love it when any sort of art comes in or any sort of messages come in. So we love you guys. Thank you.
Yeah,
Definitely.
absolutely.
Definitely.
Those of
always
you that
amazing
have
to
joined
see.
us during quarantine, we love you. Thank you for using us to get through the keyword that I shouldn't have said. Darby, bleep this out.
I think
also,
that word's fine. It's just
Yes. Oh,
The other
Yeah.
one.
it's
love
the other
just
one.
Thank you
the
very
thing
much.
itself.
Yep.
yeah.
The
So,
reason is the problem.
those of you who have joined us during, we love you. Zuko loves you. And we really appreciate you using us to get through that harsh time. I hope we can bring some joy and fun and, mortifying peril to distract yourself with. And those of you who joined us before then, we love you all the more. And
Yes.
if you want to support us, check out our Patreon.
Yeah, so that brings me in a initially roundabout way to what I have to say. So we are, I believe we've just released the second episode of Curse of Strahd. And those episodes you can catch on YouTube and Podbean feeds on Saturdays. And on the Patreon a couple of days early on the Thursdays. You can also get some extra bonus bits and pieces on Patreon. At the moment, we have all my old session notes in whatever messy state I could actually recover them in. And I've started doing monthly homebrew dumps. So last month we had a lot of the mechanics behind the party themselves. So both of Neumann's subclasses, Bertie's favorite social cantrip, the create business card, and the social graces and magical amateur feats that Bertie and Anya respectively use. And this month our release is going to be 2 magic items and a spell that are each used by our guest characters. So that is Rook's Bone Scorcher Great Axe, Ross's Ring of the Songweaver, and Caius's Chilling Smite. So yeah, you can check that out. Those are available for, I believe it's the $5 and up level. You get the homebrew. I may be wrong. But it's on. If you want to get just the early access, then it's just at the dollar level, and you get more bonus stuff and even influence on the campaign in a weird way, depending on how much you go.
So check out the tiers and don't forget, we appreciate every little bit, whether you're a $1 donator, $5 donator, $10 donator, upwards. And you can upgrade at any time and get access to all of it, like the entire backlog.
Yeah.
So,
and if you're not in a position where you're able to, we understand that too, and you're just as important to us.
we appreciate the love regardless.
If you want to support us but can't do it financially, you can always just share the podcast. Everything helps. Share us, give us a rate, give us a like if that's a possibility on the platform you're consuming the podcast on.
Word of mouth helps us survive.
Yes.
And it has been the main contributor to our growth so far. And we are constantly growing at a steady pace, which is really fun to watch. So thanks, guys.
Yes. Okay. Anyway, without further ado, let's jump into another episode of Wyverns and Weirdos.
You're
And
aggressive.
we're back.
Guys.
So, where we last left off, after bits and pieces at Caius's place, the party, or most of the party, sans Anya, went into town to run various errands. And they saw, when they were there, a shadow dragon with a warlock rider atop it, who had come to seemingly seek out Bertie. To what end? You don't really know, because Caius downed him in 6 seconds. With a mix of good shield strategy and
Subtle rage.
yeah, and
sheer luck
action
on the
surge,
dice, to be honest.
and a lot of crits. But the dragon kept going for a bit, and with some help from Braxton and the arriving Anya, the party were able to get through the combat without any casualties, either within the party or from civilians. And where we left off, Braxton was levitating the dragon's body into his into the storage loft of his shop, while offering the party a magic item each as a thank you for the assistance, and letting him keep the dragon's body to harvest various components from as he so desires.
I'll be real, I forgot that civilians could die until you just mentioned it.
It didn't happen.
The average commoner has something like 4 hit points.
So I believe Caius, Ross, Neumann, and Anya are still levitating as well, aren't they?
There's
Or
only
flying?
Ross
three
is
of
not
us.
levitating.
Yeah,
Ross isn't.
so-
That's right.
So Caius, Neumann,
Neumann,
and
and
Anya are flying,
Yes.
because Caius and Neumann,
They're
Yeah,
down the dragon.
'cause-
Yeah, well, they all ran down the dragon pretty much.
yeah, because Braxton recognized that Caius and Neumann were pretty much strictly melee combatants, and that Anya had the dragon slaying rapier. So they were the ones who could best make use of
Being floated up.
of flight.
That's fair.
So, what would you guys like to do?
So I believe where we left off, Anya had sort of turned to Ross and been like, I think that maybe this is my fault. So we could start off from there.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's right.
Yes.
Yes, that was our
Yes, that was the
cliffhanger.
cliffhanger. Ross is like leaning against the wall, and she's gonna go, "What? What? You weren't even here when the dragon showed up. What do you mean?"
Well, when you couldn't find me at the Sirius Manor, it may have been because I locked myself in my room to try and contact Zothram Tathara.
Who?
Oh, right.
What? That Anya?
Yes.
I don't have to know who that is to understand that that might have been a pretty insane thing to do, huh?
Rest assured, I had very good reason, and got very little out of it, which kind of checks out for everything that we have, any of us, have ever tried to do. So,
And you didn't tell anyone before doing something really, really dangerous?
no, I did not.
So what was meant to happen if something went wrong?
Hafren was there. Hafren would have told you.
You said you locked the door.
Hafren is otherworldly, and also there was a window. And he's a cat.
Right. You really didn't feel the need to tell any of us? That you were contacting this Zortum to Thua? What? And somehow this brings about a dragon. All of you confuse me. So much.
Look, that's fair. Honestly, that's fair. Forgot that you didn't know who Zothram Tathara was. I'll be real. That one's on me.
I think it might have been mentioned at the convocation, but
It was, but Ross was
beyond-
asking questions
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Maybe. Look. Okay. Maybe don't mention it to the others yet, until I've gotten my bearings. If you can help it. If not, I'll deal with that. That is fine.
No, I can keep a secret. It's just good to know why I'm keeping it.
It is to protect a promise I made to someone that I don't want to break.
Okay.
But it is in the best interest of the party. Trust me, I would not have done it if it was to intentionally bring further harm to any of you.
I believe you.
Okay.
Okay. Can you offer me, though, any clarification on how you contacting someone leads to a dragon?
You remember the prophecy?
Yes.
That's probably one of the agents.
That's one of the
Not
captains.
the dragon. Not the dragon. The man right there.
Oh, the man with the... What happened to the man with the sword? I didn't see... He vanished off the dragon and then I haven't seen him.
Roll me a perception check.
Oh.
Anya,
okay.
you have a high enough passive perception. You don't need to roll. You can see, like, there's enough foot traffic with everyone else
Is
going
there a little
through.
trail of blood coming out of the door? Like from under the door of
Like,
the fucking place?
It's not even that you see. Like, there probably is, yes, but it's even more than that you're able to see, like, because that occurred in the doorway pretty much. So you see basically
Ross
foot.
doesn't have to roll. Ross doesn't have to roll because Anya just taps her and
Okay.
she's like, just points
Yeah.
to the pool of blood. She's like, I think that
And you
by
see
the fact that Caius was in there, for one, Caius is a crying wreck right now. Or no, Caius was up with the dragon.
there is on the blood, like on the pooling blood, there is like an obsidian, like metal boot
Yeah.
that
but
presumably
Anya's
has
just
a foot in it, but yeah.
Either Caius killed the dragon in like a fit of grief after Bertie has been killed, or maybe that was the unfortunate task of someone who just so happened to step in front of Caius.
One, Ross rolled a 17. She's going to look at the boot. She is aware that is not the boot Bertie was wearing, so she knows it's the dragon rider, and she's gonna be like, Caius did that? Like, I saw what he did with the dragon, but, Caius did that? He was out the door pretty quickly after that guy,
Ross, when I said that you and I could fight, back when we were training, it was, only part of it was because I wanted to see what you could do. Another part was easing you into it, by pairing you with someone who wouldn't immediately demolish you.
Oh. Well, that puts a new spin on Caius then. You can see it's like she's kind of math memeing, like a little bit, like she's recalibrating her assessment of Caius there, and she's gonna be like, okay, yeah,
Okay.
your secret is safe with me. I have some questions for Caius.
I can imagine so. I can answer all of them for you. It's Caius.
I'm
It's
not
just
sh-
Caius.
yep.
That's just him.
I'm learning more and more with you guys that tends to be the answer to most questions. It's just that's what we do, and I respect it. Respect it a lot.
All right. Bertie.
Oh,
You look
Bertie,
like you're...
yes?
Yep.
What's
You-
Caius doing right now?
Caius is 50 feet up in the air and is starting to rise a little bit higher.
Ah,
And is looking like he's about to start talking.
okay, cool. So Bertie looks very excited. He looks up, he's like, oh, okay, he's doing something. So he's just going to stand there for the moment. And so he's staying directly under Caius. I imagine Bertie's also covered in blood because he was right next to this guy that got mashed into a pulp in about 4.5 seconds.
Oddly, not as much as you would expect. A lot of the cold damage managed to like
Okay.
freeze a majority of the blood on
There's still blood
contact.
on his face, I'm assuming. He's looking up to see what Caius
There's
is
still
doing.
bits that like splashed out too quickly to kind of get frozen.
Okay, cool.
And
He
is
is
now
standing there, staring up
Yeah.
at Caius, grinning very widely. Just wait to see what he's going to do. Yep. That's what Bertie's doing for now.
Neumann, are you doing anything in particular?
Yeah, I'm flying around. This is fun.
Yeah. All right. So, Caius.
Sorry, Fallon.
Yes, I activate one of the properties on my sword where I can beam my voice out for 500 feet. And I shout out to the citizens within the area. I go, citizens of Durham, please take heed. The threat has been removed. The dragon and its rider are slain. Anyone who was injured in this event, please notify your nearest guardsman and proceed to the hospital in the Eastern District. Any guardsmen within a 4-block radius, we will be within the area for the next 30 minutes providing some overwatch, so feel free to assist any citizens that require any help. That is all. Please go about your day. Durham is safe. And then I slowly start to descend.
As you
Ross
do.
claps.
Newman's like, flying in a circle around you, like clapping as well.
Excellent. And I guess when you come a little bit closer down, so Bertie is like it also claps, and then he kind of like jumps up, and his to meet you, I guess his little boots kick out little wings because he has the wing boots of flying. So he basically like leaps up in excitement, like, and then it's kind of like, ha! Great job, Caius! You killed a dragon.
Oh, well, we all did, really. Like, you know, Anya was shooting, you were doing a weird arm thing.
Oh yeah.
Neumann was stabbing, and Ross yelled at it for a bit.
Yeah, but you
No,
did the
we
kill
were all
shot.
helping. It was good.
Incredible. You did a great job, and that guy, you knew he was there. You just killed him. That was
Well, he popped up in front of me, and he was on the dragon, and the dragon breathed fire on people, so I assumed he was probably bad.
I'm assuming so. Yes. It was incredible. Good job.
Well, thank you very much. But really, it was a group effort, I think.
Oh well. We all helped. But yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah. Good job. Yep.
Thank you. You too. And Caius starts to look around for any of the... There were 2 civilians that ran into the shop, was that correct?
Yes.
Yeah, Caius is going to go over and kneel next to them and start talking to them.
That's fair.
Yeah, so, yeah, you're able to ascertain that they're a little bit shook up, but they'll be fine. I'm guessing you probably direct them towards, like to head towards the guards, or...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Caius is then just sort of going to stand out in the street and, marshal traffic and sort of direct guards and, give statements, whatever he needs to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so Bodhi's gonna very awkwardly be like, "Oh, okay," and then he's gonna saunter back because Caius is doing other stuff, and he's gonna saunter back and have a look at the bloody pile of the person that Caius stabbed to death and see if there's anything to ascertain from this person.
Okay, so, you do notice, like, they are in, dark, shadowy armor. And roll me an investigation check.
Okay. Natural 20!
Nice.
Ooh.
So your eyes are immediately drawn to the sword. And this sword is unlike any you've ever really seen. It's kind of like a flambeau style blade to it. So for those who aren't familiar with the word, kind of like spinny, like wavy blade.
Yep.
Yeah. But the thing that truly draws your attention is the hilt. The hilt is the same kind of black look with similar red tendrils to your book of ancient secrets.
Awesome. Yeah, so Bodhi has like picked this up to have a look at it. The second his eyes kind of like look down at the hilt, I guess, he just kind of like drops it and like just steps back a little bit, like suddenly quite shaken.
Yeah. And those tendrils kind of
Just
jut
clutches to the
out.
floor.
Yeah, they kind of jut out to the sides to form the cross guard.
Awesome. Yeah. So yeah, but he just like was looking at that really carefully and just like just drops it, it clatters to the ground, and just kind of steps back a bit, like suddenly quite serious, I guess. Cool.
You do notice that there is a gem that seems to be affixed to the pommel. That doesn't necessarily seem to be a part of the blade itself.
Okay. I look around. Is anyone nearby?
There's Caius and the 2 civilians, and then there's Braxton,
I stopped directing traffic.
like
so
closing
Caius is not
up
paying attention.
upstairs.
he's not paying attention. Unfortunately. Yeah.
But yeah, so no one that's really paying attention.
I'm gonna get my dagger out. I'm gonna pry the gemstone out of that. Thank you.
Okay.
Oh.
You just do it.
But he's good at this. Yeah. And he just pockets that instantly.
Yeah.
And then just like
And
turns around
do-
and is like, oh, well, gonna rest against the door there.
Yeah.
We'll just leave that sword
you
lying
do
there.
pick up that there is some sort of enchantment on this gem. It would take an identifier to work out what it is, but
It's alright. We'll
Yeah.
check it out later. Cool.
Yeah.
Gemstone.
Hmm.
That's what Birdie does in those couple of
Yeah.
minutes, I guess.
okay. So after a little bit, Braxton comes down to gather you all up and say like, so about the rewards. The thank you for letting me keep the dragon, and helping to keep collateral damage to a minimum. What would you like? And for the benefit of listeners, I have sent the players through the week a list of different magic items that would be appropriate rewards, and with basic descriptions of what they do. So,
I'm assuming most of the party have reconvened now at Braxton's place, or
yeah.
we ain't floating anymore.
Yeah.
Well, they aren't. But you can.
Yeah, that only lasts for about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I will say, sidebar, Ross was definitely like using prestidigitation to like shoot little like sparks up
Yep.
into the sky for Neumann to catch or chase or whatever.
That's so cool. That's so cute. I like that.
How many?
Probably like 5 or 6.
The cat with a laser pointer. Oh.
He calls Zoot Zoot out because Zoot Zoot has never seen Neumann fly. So, him and Zoot Zoot are going to tag team and get all of these sparks.
Yeah.
That's so
And
cute.
every time you get one, Ross is gonna like clap. Like,
Do more
she's
sparks
just
come
really
out when you do
excited.
that?
Yes, but they don't fly up.
Oh, right.
They're more like
Excellent,
glitter just falling from her hands, but they vanish as they hit the ground.
excellent. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. And then Neumann and Zoot Zoot are going to land. Zoot Zoot on Neumann's shoulder because now they have a new bond now. They're both flying buddies. So he's now going to brandish Zoot Zoot on his shoulder this time.
All right.
Ross
and
is
it
going to give
definitely
Zoot
looks a
Zoot
lot more
pat.
fitting now with the armor as well.
Oh, Ross gives
It-
it a pat.
Its propellers stop spinning so that your arms don't get chopped off.
Ross dies.
I have no idea what Zoot
In
Zoot looks
the
like.
other
So.
Zoot Zoot is a
Just
drone.
like
So,
Oh, yeah.
goes
Yeah.
up on his haunches out of jealousy.
Oh, it happens like, why are you not giving me a script, Ross?
but yeah, no, Newman's going to rock up into the shop as well and just start going through stuff.
Yeah.
He sort of, yeah,
Haffron's
I don't
not at
know.
the house. Haffron,
Oh
immediately
no! Yeah, that's
fainted.
right.
Oh, that.
forgot about
Oh,
I mean,
Ah.
I mean,
Heffron's
you
got-
could-
Heffron's gone.
You could, like, bamf him into hell and then bamf him back. That doesn't require a casting.
He's gone. He got killed.
Ah, that's
Yeah, he got bamfed.
Yeah,
That's right.
He
He
did.
got bamfed.
He'll have
That's
to be
right.
summoned again later
Yeah.
on.
yeah.
Anyway, Ross is also going to go through this stuff. She wasn't planning
Yeah.
on going to Braxton's. She doesn't know what she wants. She's just looking for a cool thing.
Yeah.
That might be useful.
Anya's also just like perusing a little bit nervously. She's kind of a bit on edge.
Yeah.
Can I have this? And Newman brandishes his. That's my word of the day, by the way, brandish. The Tome of Clear Thought.
Yes, certainly.
I've actually already used one of these, and he brings out one of the old tomes that he's already used. So it's good to see there's a second volume to this one. Actually, it was quite a good story, but it just finished halfway, which is stupid. So it's great to get the second half.
Yes. You may be able to. I would find it hard to find a buyer for a used one, but you might be able to find. Elves might have use for that, or dwarves, or one of the more exceptionally long-lived races.
Newman sort of gestures the book towards Birdie and Anya.
You call me old boy.
I don't know. Are you not? Partel?
Not listening to this conversation. Yep.
Anyway. You can
Ah.
certainly have a tome of what one was it? It was
It's
Clear
the
Thought.
Tome of Clear Thought. Yeah.
so yeah, once you complete reading that, your intelligence will go up by 2 and your maximum for it will be 24.
Yes.
Like you could with enough ASIs you could bump yourself up to a 24 intelligence.
Yikes.
Smart boy.
Terrifying.
Ross is gonna hold up the illusionist's braces.
Ah, yes.
And she's gonna say, I like these.
These look cool.
These
A wonderful
no,
choice.
she's gonna be way more charismatic than that. Sorry. She's gonna like come up to Braxton like with the braces and be like, "So what do these do?"
So, these allow you to cast your simpler spells a lot more efficiently. Get a bit more bang for your buck from that magical energy in the same amount of time. So you can... They enable you to take shortcuts in a repeated casting of a cantrip. So mechanically, when you cast a cantrip as an action, you can use a bonus action on the same turn to cast the same cantrip a second time.
Fantastic. And Ross is going, "Oh, all that magic, and they're so beautiful too."
Of course, wouldn't expect any less from my suppliers.
Of course. So, am I allowed to have these? I'll put them back if not.
Oh, of course.
Thank you.
I'll be able to make back what I would have gotten from those with stuff I can do with the dragon upstairs. So it's the least I could do to thank you.
Well, thank you. And she's not going to attune to them yet, but she is going to kind of take a step away. She's going to undo the cuffs on her big billowy sleeves and like push them up, put the braces on, and then do the sleeves up over them, so you kind of can't see them.
Okay.
Maybe see like a bit of them peeking out depending how
Yeah.
far the hand they come down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's me.
All right.
I gotta say, it sure is generous of you, Braxton, to like offer all this, because you helped out so much in the fight as well. And of course, always, at least we could come back here and enjoy the fine patronage of your establishment, my very good buddy pal.
Of course. Well, just think of it this way. It saves all the hassle of dividing up the dragon and risking the parts losing value in potentially going off before anything can be done with them.
It's true. I mean, like, Anya over there, she's pretty good at, like, carving up dragons and stuff like that, but hey, takes all the hassle out of it. We get some free stuff. Now, I'm still deliberating, but, like, I do actually need to buy a couple of stuff, so, like, can I, like, get, like, kind of get, like, a little basket or something? Because, like, I need to get, a couple of nice-looking gemstones. Got any of these nice, like, just pretty ones?
Oh.
You know, I like pretty things.
Yes, of course. The gemstones are over there, and he points towards like a locked up, like a lock cupboard. So it's glass fronted and.
Nice. I'll deliberate which ones I want.
Of
I also need some healing potions, you know. When you get in a bind, sometimes it's good to just have healing potions, not have to worry about magic and all that, you know.
I'll see what I've got in stock. But
awesome. Maybe we can start a deal, but just let you know, I'm still gonna pick out something. We can see if we can make a deal and for my little free thing, of course. But yeah, that's the kind of stuff I'm looking at.
Of course.
But yeah, and also, is Caius in here, or is he still outside?
Caius is still outside.
Cool. All right, and but yeah, I'll be back in a sec. And he kind of pops out. He's like, hey, Caius. Braxton wants to like give people some prezzies. And he wants to give you a present too. Well, you can pick something from his shop.
Oh.
Are you still
that's
busy?
Awful generous of him. And I look around. Is there any other civilians on the street, or is it pretty much clear?
There are a few at this point, but it seems like it's more so that like things have returned to normal.
Okay. And is there a guard presence in
There's
this street?
Yeah, not overly dense, but there's a couple just to kind of quell any potential concerns.
Cool. All right. Yeah, then I will follow Bertie into the shop.
Excellent. Very good. Yeah, come on. Yeah. So have a little look around. He said we can kind of like pick most things within reason. I'm sure we can work something out if it's a little bit out of his budget too. So it'll be fine. But yeah. And Braxton's a really nice pal. One of my personal close friends. So yeah, at least we can get you to check it out without a dragon attacking now, hopefully.
Yes. Okay. Well, I'll just have a bit of a look around, I guess.
Yeah, I'll let you have a look around. Cool.
Do you need some help looking, Caius?
Sure, if you'd like. Of course.
Oh, I've picked my item. I can help.
Oh, okay. And Caius goes over. Is there like a corner where there's like really tiny, like $2 trinkets or something? Caius starts like rifling through those.
Yeah, it's not quite $2 trinkets, but like there is kind of like the shelf of the common magical items. So where is this? So you see stuff like there's a couple of like daggers that are just like moon touched, like beads of refreshment and nourishment. There's a hat of some description that looks like it looks like an archetypical wizard's hat.
Caius could rock that.
100%.
What? Yeah.
Guy in full armor and a wizard with a sword.
Yes, like that one fan art quickly did with the wizard's hat, the magic seal hat. Yes, beautiful.
Couple of simple scrolls.
All right. While W is checking the items really quickly, Bertie's gonna like kind of, his eyes kind of narrow, and then he just bounces over to where Neumann is. He's like, "Hey Neumann, come over here. Check out the gemstones. Which ones do you reckon we should get for?"
Oh. Is this...
Well, I'm looking. Red and green would probably be perfect, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Something like
Ruby
that.
and Emerald,
Yeah.
you reckon?
Do we have anything like that here?
Okay.
And Neumann is
Is
just
there-
going through them, looking. He sees a lot of like yucky, like
Sorry,
black
Just real
ones,
quickly.
yucky blue ones, like
Yeah, there's
Right.
gems of like
But, like-
all kinds of different colors and descriptions. It's
Awesome.
not so
They're just little
Um,
gemstones. Yeah.
yeah,
that's all
it's
that
not so
matters.
much like a bin of them to rifle through. It's like a cupboard that you can see in, like a cabinet that you can see into.
all right, but we can't actually go through them.
No,
Ah, okay,
they are
Um,
expensive.
yeah. And
Not compared to some of the things in this shop, but they're still expensive.
Yeah.
yeah,
Can you
so
like?
yeah, I think this is a great idea. Yeah,
Okay, so these two, yeah.
absolutely.
Okay, leave it with me.
Do you need like, are you gonna buy these by yourself or?
We'll see.
All right,
I'll work something out.
okay. Neumann goes back to reading like bits of the pages, like just seeing like where the good bits are.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
Hey. Yeah.
So
Yeah. Who has a choice?
Well, Caius and Russell.
Can't
look into the
hear you,
balcony,
Eddie.
And Eddie is looking at some. Eddie is looking at someone.
There he is.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
Apologies for any technical difficulties this episode from my end. It's been a night.
Yeah.
Anya, she's off to the side, reading or flicking through like some of the books that are laying about, and she calls out, not really paying too much attention. She calls out. She's like, "Braxton, do you mind if I take this one?" And she's still just flicking through it. It's the Manual of Quickness of Action.
Of course, Anya. Of course.
Cool. Well, that will do me, I think. I
I didn't plan on coming into town, but I might actually have a few things to sell to you too.
Oh, wonderful. Or we might be able to do some sort of trade if there's anything you need. Further items, potions, components.
Maybe. I'll let you know.
Of course. Caius, Bertie, still waiting for choices from you two.
Oh, I'm just sort of having a bit of round. It doesn't feel right just sort of taking something, you know?
It's a gift, Caius.
Well, yes, but I feel like I haven't done anything to deserve a gift.
If it makes you feel better, consider it a trade. You are trading your share of the dragon for this magic item. That is a valuable dragon that I can do a lot of work with. It is worth it for me to be able to pass on 5 valuable magical items to the 5 of you for your role in taking the dragon down.
Okay, well, everything else that everyone has seems rather expensive, so, I guess I'll just have a bit of a look through these books, if you don't mind me grabbing one of those.
Of course. What one were you looking at?
Well, there's one, with a rather charming looking fellow with a sword and a crown on it. Something about, leader shops.
Ah, yes, the Tome of Leadership and Influence.
Yes, that might be, helpful.
Tips for improving your strength of personality. Force of personality was the phrase I was looking for. Yes. It is all yours.
Oh, thank you very much. You're most generous.
And who knows, you might have a cousin who you might be able to pass it on to who can get some use out of it once you're done and it gets its power back in 100 years.
Quite possibly.
Ross is like leaning over his shoulder, like looking at it. Like just not to read it or use its powers or anything, just to like have a look because she doesn't know what it's like to not have charisma.
Oh my god.
I mean, to be fair, neither does Caius.
That's true.
Bertie, what?
Yeah.
What
that's
were you
me.
what were you looking to claim as your prize?
Okay, well, first of all, what I want to do. Okay, so come over here to the gem cabinet. Yeah?
Oh, of course.
Okay. So I'll pay for this. So do you see like the little emerald and the rubies, like the little ones there?
Yes.
Can I get like 2 of each of those?
Yes. So 2 of each. So that will be 4,000 gold for the 2. But we may be able to come down depending on what else you're.
Of course, yeah, we can do a
purchasing.
little deal. Of course, my favorite. And yeah, I need some healing potions.
Yes,
Can we
Yes, I
chuck
still
some of
need
those
to
in?
see what I've got in stock.
Oh, excellent, fantastic.
So.
That's my pal.
Just give me 1 second. And he goes over to the counter and opens up a drawer and does like a quick bit of counting. And he says, okay, so I have 1 supreme, 2 superior, 5 greater, and 7 regular.
Okay, I need some of the better stuff. What can you give me a deal on?
So,
As I might have been saying, the magic stuff's been going a
we
bit
will.
skew lately, and as you can see, he like pulls down like the wrist of his sleeve of his like left wrist to show that there's nothing there.
And you
Yup.
see him quickly like do a gesture over his eyes. Interesting. It's still there. It's just invisible to It's invisible to the non-arcane eye.
Okay, he like he rolls the sleeve back down again. Good to know.
Yes.
Okay.
Your
Does it look the same as when I last showed it to you?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
that's good. Good. Excellent. Yeah, so I need some healing potions.
Yes. Regular are 50 gold apiece. Greater are 200 gold. Superior are 2,000 gold, and Supreme are 20,000 gold.
Okay, give me 2 regular and 2 superior. Yep.
All right. So let's add that up as we go.
Yep. Also for like my present, I was thinking, and he like picks up like this kind of like shimmering sort of like robe kind of thing. He's like, wouldn't this look great on me, right?
Now, which robe is
The
this?
robe of stars.
Robe of stars. Ah, yes. Yes. I could see you getting great use out of this.
Perfect for a fleshy guy like me.
Of course. Of course.
Yeah.
It's always great to be surrounded by stars.
That's
mean,
it, you know.
You saw my little party trick before.
I did. I thought, oh my god, Braxton, what a fashionista. I have to get some of that. So yeah,
Yes.
I thought it looked pretty cool, and I liked the kind of the other stuff it can do that was on the tag. So
Yes.
yeah, I think I definitely like that. And okay, so
So, just double checking. So, it was 2 superior and 2
2 superior,
regular?
2 regular.
2 regular. Yep.
So tally that up for Birdie.
Yeah.
And then Birdie's like, Birdie starts to look physically ill, and he's like, okay, all right. Okay, so I noticed this really cool belt over there.
Ah, yes. The belt of frost giant strength.
Yeah, not really my kind of thing.
No, not exactly your scene, is it?
No, and he looks like very pointedly over at Caius and kind of like glares again. He notices like Ross is like leaning over to check his book and stuff, and he's like, yeah, for if you can find a way of giving that to him, I'll. He looks very physically ill. He's like, I'll pay for it.
Say no more. Say no more. Now, should this be a? Should I keep it secret that it was from you, or let him know?
Yeah, it would be better if it was secret. Yep.
Should I tell him that it's from a secret admirer or from a specific source? Because I have an idea if it is a specific source.
Well, a specific source. What would you suggest if you were going to say that?
I would suggest that maybe it was a project that his father had commissioned.
That sounds like a great idea. That's perfect. That's perfect. The other stuff is like, it's not. Yeah, it's not the time for it. So,
Of course.
you know what I'm getting at, right?
Yes, yes,
he's
of
got
course.
too much other stuff on. Yeah, something from his dad. He could be like handing on down to him. Yeah, you know the situation that happened.
Of
I messaged
course.
you about all that. Yep.
Yes.
So yeah, I'd be happy to pay for it
All
and all the
right.
other stuff. Yep.
So that will run you. That will run you around 40,000 gold for the belt.
Oh god! Oh god! Yep! Yep! Yeah. Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm trying real hard to be quiet. This is Birdie's scene, but oh my god.
So that is
Okay. What's the total?
that is before applying any sort of discount. That is 48,200 gold.
Oh, he looks over at Caius again. Can I do an insight check on what Caius's expression is at the moment? Well, I don't know. He's looking at his book or whatever, talking with Ross.
Yeah, what is Caius doing at the moment?
Rolled an 18 plus. whatever.
Okay, yeah, no, it's not very hard to figure out.
Yeah.
So Caius is looking at the book.
The 27.
Oh my god. So he's still a little bit concerned about the cost of things and not paying for the cost of things. But, you know, he seems like he's chosen the book. So, yeah, and he's, I guess, having polite conversation with Ross about what the book might entail.
That's fair.
Maybe. He might have some information right and some not quite there.
All right.
I'm sure you're not looking at Ross, but during this conversation, the whole time she's like listening to him tell her things from this book that she knows because she went to theater school, and she's just like, this man killed a guy and a dragon. This what?
Yeah, okay.
But on
I'll
the
pay
outside,
for
she's
it.
just
All right. So let's say for friends discount,
Yes, a friend.
we'll adjust this down.
My good pal Braxton.
We'll adjust this down to 42,000.
That is excellent. Thank you, Braxton. I will. He kind of likes to wrestle his own hand to get into his coin person. I'll give that to you. There we go.
Thank
Oh.
you, Bertie.
No problem.
And-
I'll take. Yeah, nice cloak. Awesome. I'll chuck it
And-
on right now. Ha! That'd be
And
great.
I will obscure this belt so that I can present it to him surreptitiously.
Awesome. And again, be nice to him. I want him to be happy.
Through-
Yep. Okay. Cool. All right, cool. And yeah, gemstones. Awesome. So that's for another project. Cool. And healing potions. Awesome. Good to know that
Wonderful.
this can still be seen for magic people. I will definitely,
Yes.
yep, keep that under wraps. Awesome. Thank you very much, Braxton, my very, very, very good pal.
Of course. Is everything all right with you and your patron at the moment, Bertolt?
Nope. No, absolutely not. Things are bad with them and with Fethus. So, yep, I'm having a real bad time right now. But that's fine. I'm going to make other people happy. So that's fine. Yep.
Well, if you ever need to talk, you know I'm here.
I might take you up on that.
And I can always reach out to Elspeth.
Oh, who is that, Darby?
So you've only probably heard the name in passing once, which was in last week's session, which is so Elspeth. So I mispronounced it. Elspeth
Yes, that's right.
is Braxton's patron,
Yes,
a
of course.
celestial patron.
Yes, excellent. Like, well, they would be a much better. Yeah, maybe they might be able to help out. I'll let you know.
Of course,
Working through a lot right now.
I
Trying to be-
understand.
Yep. Worry about other people's problems. Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, cool. I'll go
All right.
and just look at stuff. I'll tidy some stuff. Yep.
Yes.
He like scoops up the stuff and like hurries over to go look something else. And while he does, he runs past Neumann. He kind of like sleight of hands the gemstones into Newman's paw. I don't know. He like pats him on the back. He's like, "Yeah, Neumann," and they like high five. And high fives the gemstones into his hand. Really badly.
Newman sort of like has been pacing around in circles, like going through this book. And so you sort of just come up next to him and like high five these gems. Like he of course accepts the high five. As someone goes up to him and goes high five, without even thinking, he's already got his hand up in the air ready to receive the high five. So you just put these gems into his hand, and then do you just like run away?
I guess
That-
like he very like he presses his hand into your hand weirdly, I suppose, because he'd be like, "Oh god, he's not okay, yep." But then like so he'd think like oh cool, Newman's grabbed it, and then he'll just run off. Yep.
All right. Well, then Newman
they might fall
didn't
down.
stop like pacing. Now he's like looking at his hand, going like, "Oh my god, he actually got them." And he ends up not paying attention to where he's going and runs into one of the cabinets. Now I'm hoping this one doesn't have a like a cupboard door to it, and when he knocks it, this like really cool looking sphere, a stone potentially falls off. Potentially the dispelling stone, if it's just lying around on one of the shelves.
That has to be thrown to activate.
Yeah, I know.
It
Newman
also-
will try and catch it. Newman's going to try and
Okay.
catch it.
Yeah. Okay.
So he's going to fumble around. He's going to quickly put the stones in his pocket, and he's going to try and grab the stone. He's going to go, "Hey, what's this?"
That is a dispelling stone. Braxton says as he comes back out from like the kind of office space where he quickly ducked, carrying what is now a box that seems like it could fit the belt that was on the shelf previously. That is a dispelling stone. So if you were to throw that, it would explode in a 10-foot radius. It's a harmless explosion, but what it does do is end any active spell within the area below a certain power threshold.
That actually sounds pretty handy. I'll take it.
Ah, wonderful. So that is...
I'll take it.
You have already had your reward, my friend.
Yeah, no, I'll pay for it.
Yes. I'm trying to find its rarity to confirm its price. Wrong one. Document. So
I
that...
forgot we could buy things in the store.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, there's a few here I want.
Yeah. So that is very rare. So it is. So that is 12,000 gold.
12,000 gold.
Yes.
Alrighty, not a problem. I'll take that.
All right. Pleasure doing business with you.
Thank you very much.
Caius.
Hello.
I've just recalled there was something that your father had commissioned before he passed. And I don't know its intent, but knowing your sisters, I can't imagine them getting much use out of it. And he passes you this box that he's brought in.
My father made this for me?
Well, he had it made for you.
Thank you. Thank you for passing it on. And I'll
Of course.
open the lid, I
Yeah.
guess.
And within it, you see this belt. It's a kind of. It seems almost. The belt itself seems almost like a frost-worn leather, with this buckle at its center that resembles the face of a bearded humanoid-like figure. There's also markings along it that suggest a link to giants, and you don't need to know too much to get the idea that this is a belt of frost giant strength.
So Caius is going to pick it up out of the box and just sort of look at it in his hands. And then he's just going to quickly turn around and look at everyone else. Just, thank you for passing this on. Thank you. And he's going to go outside and call Fredwood and jump on his horse and go.
Okay.
Oh. So Barry's like, very excited, like trying very hard to look very. He's like, oh, he does not look. He's like, oh shit. Which is like what's been communicated with his eyes as that happens. But yeah, cool. Well, that went well.
Ross is like watching basically the dust silhouette where Caius was. And she's just kind of like, She is going to look at Birdie, like kind of seeing if he's going to follow Caius. And when she sees him,
Hang
I don't know.
I rolled a. Well, yeah, geez, a 14 on deception, and he has a plus 10 to deception. So yeah, he's just like, But yeah, second cast has run off. He's only looking at that doorway.
Yeah.
He is only just walking as well, so he's walked over to his horse. He's got on, and the horse is going at a slow trot. So it's not like he's booking it through town or anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, if Ross is going to go first, Birdie will do it. Otherwise, Birdie is going to go and follow Caius.
While
It's up to you.
Birdie and Ross are sort of doing that dance of like,
The Mexican standoff.
are you, am I? Will you, I could, Anya's like, someone should go after him, preferably someone who's not going to make him feel worse, aka me.
I'll go. It's fine. She is going to look at Birdie like, sorry.
Birdie looks so like, yeah, he just like, yep.
She's going to stop by Neumann, though, on the way out and lean down and just kind of really quickly be like, I still think we should try and get pastries. I think Birdie's going to be really mad at me now, but like, I'll let you know if you need to get them by yourself. Okay, bye. And then she's going to go out and follow Caius.
Cool.
All right. Is there anything anyone else is doing in the meantime?
Oh, I'm thinking about getting pastries, maybe. I think I just might.
Yeah.
Anya was going to sell a couple of things to Braxton or
yes.
trade with him.
Yep.
I have just been trying to peep to see if there's anything she'd want to. Yes, Ross.
I just want to say, when she ran off, she also slipped Neumann a gold to help pay for the pastries. Sorry, just wanted to get that out there.
Okay.
But I'm not having much luck on the potential items to pitch to Darby to say, please let me have this front. So I think she's a bit taken aback by everything that's happened in the past hour for her. So she's just like, Braxton, I have a few things to sell to you.
Of course.
And she just kind of looks around because she's like, she doesn't know if it's okay, and the tone with everyone is so off that she's like, and she's like, I don't know if there's much that you can offer me, I guess. But I have a fair few things that I think that you would be very interested in.
Of course.
One of these I think you sold to me. And I'm selling it back to you.
Of course,
I have no need for it.
Of course, I understand. Adventurers outgrow gear all the time.
Yes. So I have, and she kind of looks around and takes stock of everyone. She's like, no, Neumann uses, and he has the armor, and Bertie with the spells, and no, Ross wouldn't. Okay. I have an oath bow.
Ah, of course. Yes.
It is very good. It has done me very well. I might even come back for it. But at the moment I am, I've taken out a loan of quite a bit of a famous weapon. If I'm honest with you.
I did see.
And it is, I don't really have need for the oath bow right now.
No. And it can be cumbersome carrying multiple bows around.
Yes, quite. I also have these braces, the braces of Nodule. I just cannot wear them while I am...
You see his eyes go wide at, like, the dropping of that name.
Oh. This means something to you?
Those are about akin in power and legend to the bow that you have acquired. I mean, they currently
So I should...
look to be dormant, but...
I'm not even wearing them, like...
Yes.
I don't use them. I mean, if you're not interested...
It's not that I'm not interested, per se. It's that I don't know if I could find a buyer.
She kind of shrugs, and she tucks them back into her satchel. She's like...
Or more accurately, I don't know if I can pay you the amount. It would be a very, very complicated sell.
Okay, well, maybe another time when you are more financially viable then. I also... Oh?
One possibility. You did have that friend, Rook.
Yes.
Her use of fire, she might find some use out of an artifact associated with Nordule.
Huh. And she kind of pulls his face like, oh, didn't think of that. And she tucks it back in and she's like, okay, well, next I have this gem of seeing.
Yes.
I was given a gift from a very good friend, and I don't really require this anymore. Obviously, the seeing in supernatural darkness, that is quite useful, but I have ways around that, or I can access ways around that, so.
Of course. Of course.
And last but not least, this plus 2 studded smoldering leather.
Ah, yes.
I do not... the fire aesthetic, like, while I can see it now, I also, like, it's not for me.
Okay.
While I do appreciate the good fire aesthetic, to wear one is just a bit much. It's just, I feel like it's asking for trouble.
So is that smoldering armor +2, or are you conflating that
Plus
with
2
your...
studded smoldering armor. It's on the
Okay.
item card,
Yeah.
and it's 10,000 gold pieces. Thank you.
Okay.
I can give you the amounts for all of these.
Yeah. I am making
You would
estimates.
like them to
I am
be.
making estimates of selling prices based on rarity and stuff. So I can offer you, if that is all,
Yes, that is all.
I can offer you a total of 15,000 gold.
15,000.
Yes.
15,000 for
Yes.
the oath bow.
Now, how much was the oath bow sold to you for?
I don't think it was sold to me. I think we found it, but the amount on here is 35,000 gold pieces.
30. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
So I can probably up that to 19,000 as a selling price. So, sorry, I forgot to carry a digit there. 25,000.
Sorry, my cat's biting me. 25,000. Okay, 25,000. 25,000 and some health potions, or? I mean, we did just kill a dragon for you.
Roll a persuasion check.
Not only is that a nat 20, I don't know if you can see it because of the glare of my
I can't, but I recognize that the 8 and 2 surrounding it.
But also, let's see what her persuasion
It's
is,
insane.
because I'm pretty
It's
sure
not
her
as
persuasion
insane
is
as it could be.
insane now. That would have been a 29.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Let's say 10,000 and a what's the rarest one?
I rolled a nat 20.
Yeah, wait. 10,000 and a supreme. So that's value of about 30,000 gold.
I would rather prefer the 25,000 and just like 1 or 2 of the general potions.
Well, I'm afraid Bertie's taken me out of superior. But I could do below that. What about 15,000, the supreme, and 2 greater.
Yeah, I can do that.
All right.
And she does that. And I will tuck these somewhere where I won't put them back into my items.
All right. All right. Bertie, what have you been doing during this?
He's just been kind of staring at the floor the entire time in a mixture of rage and grief, basically. That's all he's been doing the entire time.
Neumann, I take it you have
absolutely taking
going
up on that
across-
opportunity of Birdie not looking to go to the bakery store.
So you
Hopefully they're open for trade.
Yeah, they're open.
They did just have a dragon on the roof.
Yeah, how much
but
how much are you looking at buying? Like,
well, I have been given a gold of like that's not even my money. A gold for like bakery items. That seems quite steep in normal circumstances, unless they have them made out of gold or something like that.
Yeah, that would get you a lot of pastry.
All right, well, let's double that and to go 2 gold.
Okay, so you get 2 gold worth of pastries. This is a lot of pastries.
Yes.
Okay. And meanwhile, Ross, you catch up rather quickly to Caius because he's just going at a trot.
She's gonna walk up beside Fredwood and Caius. I'm assuming Fredwood's got like one of those like the handles. They're not called handles. Reins.
Yes.
Yeah, she's gonna she's gonna glance at Caius, but she's gonna walk up to the front of Fredwood and she's gonna just like loosely hold on to like the bottom of the reins where Caius isn't holding it, so she can kind of keep pace and kind of be like, I'm here.
All right.
Ross, hello. You're here as well.
Yes.
Well, welcome, I guess. Sorry, I'm not looking the best at the moment.
She's going to she's kind of half looking at Caius, half like looking at Fredwood. She's trying to gauge how like how much eye contact Caius can handle at the moment. But she's kind of gonna like half look back and I finally get to use my Shakespeare book, guys. She's gonna be like, what is he whose grief bears such an emphasis? whose phrase of sorrow conjures the wandering stars and makes them stand like wonder-wounded heroes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hey, it's okay.
I haven't really had anyone to speak to for a while. I mean,
Caius.
obviously, the rest of the friends.
Caius, remember what I said? Sometimes it's easier to tell someone who doesn't have any expectations.
I just miss my dad. That's it. Everything that I've done, I've done for him, and when I left home, I never really went back, and I never really got a chance to talk to him very much, and he was always busy with the family business, and now he's gone, and he's not coming back.
Do you want a hug?
I do. And I get off Fredwood.
She gives him a big hug. And she's just gonna let him, like, she's gonna hold the hug. Like, if he tries to disengage really quickly, she's gonna hold the hug. Like, just, it's a good hug. And she's gonna be like, I don't know the loss you're going through, but it's okay to be in pain. You are not weaker because you miss him. You're human. That's okay.
I know. It's just... Sorry, I'm just throwing all of this on you.
That's okay.
So much has happened, and I know that... I mean, I obviously want to tell the rest of the group not to worry, but they've got a lot on at the moment as well. I was writing letters to Bertie a little while ago, and before they came back to Durham, and they've been fighting a group of people and saving villages, and I've been trying to support them, but I'm trying to deal with whatever's going on down here, and my father was killed, and the family heirloom was taken, and my family's a wreck, and I'm supposed to be the one who is leading them and carrying on, but I don't know how to do it, and I feel at fault for what happened to my father, and it's too much. I can't deal with it.
She's kind of, if they're still hugging, she's gonna like put her hand on the back of his head and just like kind of just pat his head really gently. And she's gonna be like, this, Caius, I know you're going through a lot. Everyone is. You don't have to pretend that your problems are small just because everyone else's seem bigger. You're allowed to feel this. You're allowed to express this. You're allowed to not be okay. You don't have to lie.
Oh, God. I'm just worried that if I do tell the truth, then that will push people away, because they think that I'm not strong enough.
She... Okay, she is going to give him a bit of a squeeze. She's going to take a step back. And she's going to be like, I know how that feels. And then she is going to snap her fingers. She's going to cast Disguise Self. And she's going to turn herself into the human persona she uses back home, which is it's a like medium skin toned Karasi. She doesn't change any of her features. It's just the horns disappear, the tail disappears. She's got like brown eyes and black hair, and like she just looks at Caius and she's just like, I do this all the time because I'm too scared to be me in most areas back home. When I met the party and they spent a week at my place, I didn't take them around half the city because I didn't want them to see how people treat me when I'm me. You're allowed to not be strong, Caius, because they'll support you anyway.
Thank you, Ross. Thank you. Can I...
Yes? Come on, Caius.
Several years ago, there was a woman who I loved very much, and she loved me very much, and we had all these plans, and we were going to move out together and retire from the adventuring life and start a family together. Then, on one of the last missions that we were doing, I lost control of my magic, and I hurt her. I didn't mean it at the time, but it just happened. And it was downplayed, but I very nearly killed her. We decided that it would be better if we went our separate ways until I could control my magic a bit better. And I haven't seen her for 5, 6 years.
Oh.
Right up until 2 weeks ago when I found out she murdered my father. And then tried to kill me.
Oh, Caius. Is that a mark on your back? Oh, Caius.
And I just can't help but think if I had been able to control myself a bit better all those years ago,
No.
my father would be alive.
Caius. She's gonna like put her hands on like both sides of his face. She's gonna be like, Caius, you are not responsible for the decisions of those around you. It's been years. Caius, you said it's been 6 years. Who is she to decide to punish you for a mistake? You don't deserve that. Your father didn't deserve that. She might not be the woman you loved anymore. But you don't deserve to be punished by her, and you don't deserve to punish yourself. for something like this. Magic is uncontrollable at the best of times. You saw today I could barely hit that dragon. I've been doing magic my whole life. You don't deserve punishment, Caius. You deserve kindness. And you didn't deserve to have your father taken away from you. And it's not your fault.
Thank you. And I hug Rossa harder.
Yeah. Big hug.
In the moment between holding his face in your hands and going in for the hug, you swear, Ross, with your passive perception, that you could have sworn you saw a figure lurking in the shadows in one of the alleyways. But once you got into the hug, it was nowhere to be seen.
She definitely kind of darts her eyes around, looking, but she doesn't break the hug.
And that's where we're going to leave it for this week.
That's fun. That was very cheerful. Great job. That was a lovely
That
scene.
was a roller coaster.
That was fun. Fun shopping episode.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
I
Perfect.
love shopping.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what this episode has to be called now.
What?
Retail therapy.
Oh.
Oh,
Darby, you just
Night,
ruined it
everyone.
all.
That's
The
horrible.
entire tension
Sorry
of
for
it.
listening, everyone.
Good night.
good night, everyone.
Sorry for
Yeah.
listening.
See you next week.
Oh, but okay, no, it was good.
I could see
She
Laura.
sounded a lot more empathetic as it went on, so it was
Yeah.
good.
Well, she was trying to. She opens with a Shakespeare quote. The girl's trying to gauge
my
whether
God.
this is an actual breakdown or not.
Jesus Christ.
I gotta
Oh,
say,
that's
I
interesting.
loved like just the face acting from Laura when Ross volunteered to be the one to go.
So good.
And
I
just-
felt chills from
Just
here.
Bertie,
I felt-
staring daggers for a full like 5 minutes. It felt like.